This is one of the greatest mysteries of early American history. And in the midst of it all is Blennerhassett Island. It was part of the Wild West.
How do we define treason? It is the most fundamental part of our Constitution.
They came to the American frontier because this is a place to hide out.
In the spring of 1796, a tall and slender Irishman and his charming wife left the shores of the Emerald Isle, destined to build the grandest home in the American frontier. From pristine wilderness, they carved a paradise. A Garden of Eden, one they too were forced to flee. Harman Blennerhassett was born an aristocrat into an ancient Anglo-Irish family, direct descendants of King Edward III of England. He was the third son in a family of 9 children, and as such, had to learn a profession to support himself.
As the third son, he was not expected to inherit anything from his father. There was a law called primogeniture, which reserved a landowner's or wealthy or well-to-do person's estate for the eldest son, no one else. The purpose of that was to keep the estate from being broken up into small pieces. If you had to divide it among 9 children and not give it all to one son, and you did that constantly, generation after generation, they would be poor. They wanted to stay rich and prominent.
Harman was well educated. As an adolescent, he was sent to Westminster School in London, and in 1784 entered the Middle Temple of London's famous Inns of Court. In 1790, he was graduated from Trinity College, Dublin, with a Bachelor of Laws, and started his practice at the Irish bar. One of his classmates and friends at Trinity was the Irish patriot Thomas Addis Emmet, who became a leader in the nationalist Society of United Irishmen. Inspired by the French and American revolutions, the group rallied around the cause of an Ireland free and independent of British rule. Following the death of his older brothers and later his father, Harman inherited his family's estate. He was 27. Named Castle Conway, the 7,000-acre estate was located at Killorglin in County Kerry, Ireland. Not long afterward, he joined the United Irishmen and became one of its secretaries. Meanwhile, in northeast England, in County Durham, not far from the Scottish border and the North Sea, Margaret Agnew grew up. Tall for her time at 5'7", Margaret was the daughter of Harman's sister, Catherine, and Captain Robert Agnew of Howlish Hall. She too was well educated and was fluent in both French and Italian. The confluence of Harman and Margaret was revealed by a relative a generation later.
We now come to the secret of the Blennerhassetts, which was carefully kept. Margaret married Harman Blennerhassett, her mother's brother, and it was for this cause that she was disinherited. The young lady was absent at school. Her uncle was sent to take her home. Instead of doing so, he married her. When he returned with his bride, the family affection that he thought would greet them, the family influence that he thought would protect them, were wanting. The couple were met only with reproaches.